Hi guys, welcome to ATland. This is my second episode of TGS Digest. In this video, we are going to look at a few handhelds as well as some gaming accessories. So obviously, we are starting from the OneXplayer's booth. They only had two handhelds at the booth. This is the first one, ONEXFLY, and you can find the spec of this handheld at the left hand side. This is actually my first time to look at the handhelds that are produced by One Notebook, so I was super excited to touch it. My first impression was that this is super light. Like, I didn't expect it to be that light from its appearance, but it was super light and very comfortable to hold. It fits my hands very well, and the backlights are very cool. In terms of buttons, there are a few customizable buttons, and since they are using Hall sensing joysticks, the response is really good. And I really like the amount of travel of these joysticks because they are not too far away and fits my hand very well. However, if you are a bigger guy, you may probably feel that this is a little bit not enough for you. For your reference, the travel is less than ROG Ally or a PS4 controller, but a little bit more than that of the travel on the AYANEO Air. I like the idea that they allow their customers to craft their names on the left hand side for the backlight for those who are backing their Indiegogo. While I was filming this footage, I was trying to open the settings to look at the spec of this PC, but as you can see, it was stuck at the loading page of settings and I can never turn it on. But when I get back to the game runs, so I am not sure what I should say about the performance because even settings were not able to open, so I have a bad feeling about the performance. Anyway, let's take a look at its back. Here is its back. If you can look at the details, it is matte, and here is the fan. The amount of hot air comes from here is reasonable, but I do think it would be great if they can add more ventilation. So overall, it feels good, but I have some doubts in the performance because I can't even open the settings. Since they're using Ryzen 7840 in this unit, I suppose the performance would be a lot better, so I'm not sure if that was just some bugs in this display unit. And here is their second handheld to be displayed, OneXplayer 2 Pro. As you can see, it is gigantic and super heavy. To be honest, I didn't like it at the moment I pick it up because it just feels like a big, gigantic, heavy block, and the plastic feels like a controller you can buy from AliExpress. So I personally do not like the fit and finish of it. And now we can look at the top of it. So it is surprisingly not that thick. I mean, it is not thin, but not as thick as I would expect from such a gigantic device. Also, the grips are not as prominent as I would expect for such a big device. Here is the bottom. They have the port to connect to the dedicated keyboard, and they also have a USB-C port at the bottom. And at the back, they have a stand just like Nintendo Switch. There is some kind of geometry designed to the fan. However, I think such a big device need a better and bigger fan. When I was filming this, it got quite hot. Okay, so let's put it down, and here is the field of table mode. Next to it, there is another unit showcasing the keyboard, and based on the article here, actually it also supports Surface Pen, and according to this article, the CEO of OneXplayer mentioned that the design language of this device is that they want their customers to use it in 3 different ways. By that, they want them to use it as a tablet to watch movies, and they want them to use it as a normal computer to do their work, as well as using it as a gaming PC. In terms of gaming PC, other than handheld mode, table mode, there is one more mode. controller mode. So you can actually remove those controllers from the unit and then plug it to the adapter to play controller mode just like a Switch. However, if you are not plugging them to the adapter, these controllers are not going to work. One thing to note is that on the handheld mode, it is actually quite strong and I don't feel like the controllers are going to get off that easy. However, I still do not think it is necessary to remove those controllers, especially when it only works with those adapters, so I can barely see any use case for that. I mean, we can have other controllers that are more comfortable than that, so I don't think that is necessary. Overall, I think this company has many creative ideas in terms of product design. However, everything seems a little bit mediocre and I think they should work harder on their build quality as well as their material selection. My next up is to XREAL. They are showcasing their latest glasses Air 2 series. So here is a footage of me looking into their glasses. This is actually so cool because you can still see the background while seeing all those AR images clearly. I'm actually quite easy to get car sick, but based on what I've seen, I still feel comfortable with it, but I don't know what would happen if I have to look at it for a long time, because there was a time I tried on a VR goggles at work and I felt so sick after like 30 seconds. So I think this product is a lot better than those VR goggles and it will be great if I can try to play games with that. At the next booth, I met this highly customizable controller. First of all, as you can see, the buttons lights can be changed, so we can change all those color, and then we can also change the color of this bottom light. Also, by pressing this kind of buttons combination, we can also change the combination of the button colors. So that's awesome. But there's actually a lot more than that. First, we can change the face gel, and also we can change those Joy-Con cap. So we can change it from plastic to metallic, depends on your preference. And by changing it to a metallic one, it will get a lot more bouncy. The process of swapping parts is super seamless. It doesn't require any tool. You do not have to apply a large force and it is rather intuitive, so even a child can do that. At the back of this controller, there is no customizable buttons, and this company say that they wanted to keep it simple for their customers, so not even texture is included in the back of this controller. And regarding the customizable buttons, they think it is not necessary because most of the people do not use it, and even if they do, many times they will just wrongly press it and make some confusion. Therefore, they decided not to add that feature. They also have this weird but cute controller at their booth. It is super light and I do like it. The previous controller also comes with a case. You can place all those parts inside it, and it also comes with a few parts. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to charge your controller, so this is just a case for you to store those parts and the controller. Last but not least, I want to bring you to the booth where I met my dream console. By looking at these two handhelds here, you will instantly be able to tell that it looks really like an old Nintendo 3DS. And actually on the left hand side we have a red one, and that allows us to play Nintendo 3DS cartridges at high resolution. However, on the right hand side, the blue one is actually not Nintendo 3DS but a PC. This is actually just a showcase of this electronic company saying that they are able to make these kind of devices. The blue one is powered by Ryzen 5 CPU, so it is a gaming PC with dual monitors. The staff of this company mentioned that this is not for mass production. However, if there is any customer want them to mass produce this kind of gaming handheld, they can produce. Apart from 2DS and 3DS emulation, that second screen will allow us to look up information while in-game, and we may also watch tutorials videos on the second screen. If any handheld company is watching this video, please consider to make a dual screen PC handheld, please. Apart from handheld, this company also has different kind of technologies to produce different kinds of accessories for gaming. And that wraps up the part 2 of my TGS 2023 digest. It was such a pity that only AYANEO, Asus, and OneXplayer attended TGS 2023 as PC handheld makers. I do not see any makers of other handhelds, and I wish I could see more handheld makers attend TGS in the next year, no matter it is for PC, Android, or Linux. The next video will be my last episode of TGS 2023 Digest, and I hope I will see you there. Bye!